Welcome to Sipping on Excellence. This is Coach KJ, and I'm here with my man, my dude, the Doc.
And this is where we will be discussing the exceptional that is absolutely attainable. My friends, here's to living that extraordinary life.
Cheers.
All right. And all right. What is going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Sippin' on Excellence.
In case y'all can't hear that, because he's got his bedroom voice on tonight.
Baby. baby.
Ooh, you are here sipping on excellence with Coach and Doc.
That was excellent voice.
I am Dr. Lionel Hunt, and always across the table for me, providing good feedback, providing good commentating, providing that shit.
I just kick it in when it needs to be kicked.
Life coach Kenneth Johnson.
Kenneth Johnson. I gotta stop saying that because
people gonna start calling you that.
Yeah, exactly.
Kenneth. Oh, man. Good to be back again for another week of Sipping on Excellence, man.
Yes.
Want to say thank you guys all who tune in on Saturdays for the warm-up show. Thank you guys to everybody who tunes in every week.
We appreciate you. For real,
dude,
for real.
All around the world. We got people tuning in parts of the world that I'd never expected. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, man. First 100 in the books. Happy to see where the second 100 are going to go.
I know.
We're rolling. We're just going to keep it rolling.
I guess we in it now.
we keeping it rolling. What's funny, man, is how we, on Saturdays, how we catch so much heat with the topics that we bring up. I think people need to catch me. You can catch them on our IGs as well.
They don't want the smoke.
Yeah, they do. They don't want the truth, but they do.
Yeah.
And when we say they, y'all know who we talking to. But no, man, it's been a good week. It's been good to sort of be sitting in this seat having a conversation.
Yeah. We've been busy.
One thing I will say, man, is that a lot of people have come to us and said that they're happy that we're having the conversations that they're too afraid to have.
But they're still not having the conversations. No. It's obvious.
No.
If you have to say that.
Yeah.
As opposed to, this is a conversation that I decided to have. They're like, yeah, they're still having a hard time.
You're listening to us.
Yes.
But they're not actually having the conversations with one another.
No.
And I want to say that we're giving you guys tools. We're giving you our experience. Whether you take it and use it as a tool is up to you. It's completely up to you. You can make life hard or you can make life difficult.
Right.
Or simple.
Right.
Which brings us to kind of what we want to talk about today. Mm-hmm. Challenges, man. Life's challenges. And we were thinking about this and we talked about this, like, do you need to be challenged? Do you want to be challenged, and why? Mm-hmm. Relationships shouldn't be challenging. That whole saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger?
Yeah.
But is that true when it comes to dealing with people? Yeah. You know what I mean? Let's talk about progressing in life with sort of who you want to become as a man or who you want to become as a coach. Do you feel that the challenges you faced in life have catapulted you to being a better man?
Oh, 100. So I went to an event this past weekend, mm-hmm. and one of the things they asked, in the very beginning was, what are you most grateful for? What are you most proud of? And I said, this life, and not the goods of the life, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
All of it, because it's the reason why I'm here in front of you right now. it is a blessing to me.
Okay.
And it's the blessings that I'm able to offer out to you of what I've gained from this life. That's how we share and commune together as brothers, because it was a men's group.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah. No. And I look at sort of, think about this. Let's go back to you trying to go to Morehouse. I remember the story you told me, right?
My wife always brings this story up. Anytime I have to, if I'm in a little pinch, she'll bring that. Do you remember that story?
But it makes sense. And we've told that story here on the podcast about how that challenge made you say, nah, F that. I'm going to come to school here. I just need you to tell me the roadmap of how to get here, and I'm going to make that happen. But if you hadn't understood challenges in life prior to that, that might have defeated you. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. But because you've been through stuff before that time period, you're like, okay, y'all tried to put a speed bump in here. A roadblock. I just turned that shit to a speed bump.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's roll.
I never looked at the ground.
Yeah.
I only saw the sky.
And that's how we should view things. The ground is there, but you're only looking there. Yeah. I'm a firm believer in being challenged. So, for example, let's take something simple as fitness, right? If you don't challenge your body, it doesn't get stronger.
Correct.
But if you challenge it too hard, it breaks down. Mm-hmm. And so you have to find that balance of, I'm going to push it without overdoing it.
You have to break it down without breaking it down, because technically the muscle's always, if you're building muscle, it has to break down.
Right.
But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm not going to injure you to make you better. I'm going to push you. I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to stress you, but I'm not going to break you. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. I think, of course, when you break somebody, they're broken.
Yeah.
When you stress them and you challenge them, one of two things will happen. They will give and quit, or they'll rise to the occasion and say, give me more. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir, I'll take another. You know what I mean? I think, for example, in school, if you're going through school as a student and the work is easy for you, you're getting straight A's, you're not being challenged in school, what do you see? And maybe you know or don't know this, but think about little kids. Kids that are being diagnosed with ADD or just the class clown or unruly, it's one of two things. Either they're not being challenged, or they're bored, so they act out.
Right. Because they know no other way.
Exactly. And so if it's all easy to you and you're not being challenged in school, you're not going to focus on it. And so it's that challenge that makes you learn, that makes you grow, that makes you push forward. Does everybody need that?
I think in some capacity, yes. I think it's different for different people. Some people.
It all depends on how you learn.
Yeah, it is. It does.
I think it all depends on, and I'm guessing here, because I don't know that there's a right answer.
Okay.
I think it all depends on how you learn. Some people don't learn by being challenged. Some people learn by just being allowed to explore. Some people learn by just being allowed to figure things out on their own.
Yeah. I think about how, and this was a study done a long time ago about how kids wake up. Some people set an alarm, or the parent comes in screaming bloody murder. Not always that kid he's not waking up. He's alarmed. Some kids actually need that alarm. They need that
Yeah.
Get up, drive, go. And they respond immediately. And some you have to rub them on the back. Just gradually rub them on their back. And what happens is their body opens up and it awakens. And I was that kid.
Yeah.
I didn't do well with alarms. I didn't do well with screaming. I just didn't. Mom come in when I was young. She started, next thing you know, I'm wide awake. I'm ready to go all day long.
What's interesting is that some people need pressure to excel. And I'll tell you, like my brother. So
we're very similar.
Yeah, so going through school, and he was that dude who needed the stress of not knowing it the night before, or the stress of, if I don't pass this, I'm out. I don't know what's going to happen. And then he aces it because he's just, I need that stress of, it's on me and I got no other shot. There's no day after tomorrow.
That heat.
If tomorrow doesn't. Yeah. Me, I wasn't that way. That heat does nothing for me. I'm the dude who, I need the night before the test to be at home chilling, my feet kicked up, not looking at a thing.
Yeah. No.
Because I don't need that stress, because what'll end up happening is I'll study the night before and forget everything I studied before it. And only remember what I studied the night before because I was so into that. Like, I'm not that dude who's going to do an all-nighter memorizing shit.
Yeah, I'm like your brother.
And we learned very differently. For me, once I figured it out, like the steps and the process, that shit was stuck.
Yeah.
Cramming never worked for me because my brain doesn't work on a cramming scale. I read it, I embed it. If I read it a few times, I'll be able to tell you what page it was on and where I highlighted it and all of that. But that didn't come until med school. Before then, it was figuring things out, the challenge of getting to the answer, and not doing it all the night before. If I waited till the night before, I'm like, I'm fucked on this one. And so, but some people need it.
Yeah.
Some people want it. Some people want the challenge. Some people need the challenge.
I was, Bobby last minute. Not Bobby Neutron, Bobby last minute.
Right.
And I was hardcore. There were times where, big papers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm printing up at the classes at 9:00. I'm printing up at 8:55. Got to run downstairs, got on the same sweats from the day previous, running right to the classroom, dropping that paper off, 20, 25 pages. Research papers.
But you're getting it done.
I'm getting it done. No less than a B plus A all the time. But my mind just, I find 500 ways during this course of this, but because of the last second, it just tightens up. I only see one path, and I just go hard.
Now, here's the question. Do you ever find yourself, because you're the type of person that needs pressure, do you find yourself taking that trait and applying that to other people, thinking, okay, I need this, they may need that too?
No.
And the reason why I say that is because there's so many people out there that, look in the male-female dynamic. You hear men and women say all the time, we'll start with men who say, women need a challenge. And to an extent, that's true. And that challenge comes because they don't want a yes man. They don't want a simp. They don't want that guy.
Okay.
They want to know that, kind of what we talked about, how if you make them happy all the time, they become unhappy. They need a little bit of drama, a little bit of challenge. They don't want you to always give them what they want. If you give them everything they want, they become unhappy. That's the craziest thing, right?
Yeah.
And so I heard a woman say the other day too that a man wants to be challenged. No, that's not true. It's you guys like the challenge, so you think that we want to be challenged as well.
Yeah.
We don't want the challenge. We enjoy the pursuit. But once we've agreed that we're in it, that should the relationship should not be challenging, because a challenging relationship doesn't make the relationship stronger.
No.
It's stressful.
And it's unfun.
Exactly. But people think that, oh, this whole what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Oh, I gotta put some excitement into the relationship because
No.
my man likes a challenge. No, he likes a challenge in sports. He likes competitiveness in sports. He likes a challenge at work because it makes him figure things out. He does not want a challenge at home and have to always try to figure you out. The easier you can make it for him at home,
Yeah.
the better. And why do we always say it? Because he wants peace, and a challenge isn't peaceful.
Yeah.
Right. But I heard this woman saying this, and I'm just like, and I think it was, I don't know what outlet it was on, may have been on IG or something, and she was really saying, like, saying, no, men need you to challenge them.
No.
And I'm like, that's the wrong information.
You're talking to other women in regards to that. You're not talking to a man.
No.
Most men will not say they need a challenge.
At all. Not in their relationship.
Not in a relationship. They love challenges at work. They love challenges. The one challenge
they want a challenge, they can go run a Tough Mudder. Right. They don't need.
But like a challenge in a relationship will be something like sex. Like, okay, we're enjoying it. We're both in this together and we're enjoying this process. Now it's like, oh, how could I make her feel even better? But but we're on this heightened scale versus
it's this challenge of how could I be better for her?
Not that he's little and I need to.
Not the fact that she's challenging you.
Right.
You're challenging yourself to be better for her.
There you go.
Yeah. A man will always challenge himself to be better. He doesn't need you challenging him. When he's challenging himself, you need to stand behind him and champion him, saying, yeah, you got this.
Yeah.
Not, I'm going to make this a little bit more difficult because I think that excites him. Yeah, that's that bullshit y'all are learning. That's not how this goes. You know? And it's because
that's real.
Yeah, and it's because a lot of women know or feel, and I'm not saying all, but a lot of women feel that they need a little challenge, a little excitement, or else they think their man is weak if he doesn't challenge them in some way.
Well, think about what in their lives, for the most part, has been met with a level of challenge outside of sport. Maybe if they did sport growing up, most guys, we all do sport.
Yeah.
You know, and we talked about this earlier, when you have sport and academics put together when you're in school, you're going hard, especially in school, because you know, okay, I got practice this night, this night, this night. I have this exam, this exam, this exam. How am I going to do? Oh, yeah, I forgot I got that part-time job too. Oh, I got to do all this within a week.
So here's the question. In a dynamic between a man and a woman, how is the woman challenged? You know what I mean? And I look at that, and it's for a man to challenge a woman, he has to actively, consciously think of ways to do so. Like, not always say yes to her. Because he wants her to be happy, so he wants to do all these things, but he knows I'm gonna have to put my foot down from time to time to.
I was thinking the challenge we have is I can't say that. We go, oh, I'm not saying that.
Right. But
I'm holding it back. That's the challenge I got.
You know, but it's one of those things where a man challenges a woman by having certain expectations and having boundaries. Mm-hmm. A woman challenges a man, not necessarily, and this is not, and I'm going to probably get jumped on for this. A lot of times a woman challenges a man, not because she thinks challenging him is going to make him better, but she challenges him because she thinks he wants what she wants, which is that challenge. Mm-hmm. That she thinks it's going to create excitement for him, or the drama is kind of what he needs. We don't need that. I'm going to say it again. We don't need that shit. We don't even want it. Peace, y'all. Peace and challenge are not coming to the same.
You already got me stressed out thinking about that.
But it's one of those things where yes, we're built different, and it always kind of makes me feel some kind of when I hear a woman saying what men want or what men need.
It's just as bad as going clothes shopping and there's a woman standing in your way in your section looking for her man. That's challenging to me. That to me, that's what I hear and see. It's like they're always dictating how we should be feeling, thinking, seeing, doing based off of what they want,
right?
Or what they see as what they think we want.
Because we as men,
opposed to addressing us,
we as men will never say, "Oh, we know what women want." And the reason why is because we honestly feel that women don't know what women want. And so for a woman to say, well, I know a man would like a challenge. Do you know that? Or do you just know that your man might like a challenge? And is it the challenge you're giving him? Does he like his life to be challenged, or does he like his relationship to be challenged? Very different. Does he like his work to be challenging, or does he just like this hard-ass puzzle? Don't be that hard-ass jigsaw puzzle, because it's going to frustrate him.
Yeah.
You should not be that. You should be the person that challenges him the least, not challenging him the most. That's my thought process. If you're going to be with me, I don't need you to challenge me. I mean, have your own mind. Don't be a yes person. Say no sometimes. But saying no isn't challenging me. Saying no is just having an opinion. Mm-hmm. But when you do things to kind of poke the bear, that's not cool.
Yeah. And letting go of the idea of challenging a man. Just letting it go, because it's already challenging enough for us, because we're trying to figure out what it is that you really want. That's already a challenge, because it's an ever evolving, ever changing. The picture's always changing shape. And then once we actually kind of pull back and realize, like, oh, I'm never going to make her happy.
Yeah.
She's never going to be absolutely content. Maybe I need to start working on me being more content. Maybe that needs to be my challenge, making me happier, and she's benefiting from my happiness.
Yes, I challenge me to be happy.
Yeah.
I shouldn't challenge me to make you happy.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But people, they just don't get the fact that challenge is not hot. That's not sexy. That's not cool.
No.
You know, we carry the weight of the world on our shoulders every day. I always say our shit is broad and our backs are strong because of that. We don't want you to add another brick to that load we have to carry.
It's funny you say that. You say that all the time, and I literally heard two different women speaking on how men carry the weight of the world on their shoulders. It was very interesting. I was like, okay.
Those women are enlightened. Well, because they see it, they get it, you know. So you don't need that extra brick. We don't need that extra challenge. This isn't the TV show The Ultimate Challenge and you're sitting over there creating the games. We don't want to survive you. That's not our goal in life,
that's not a good look.
I survived my wife. That's not a great t-shirt.
That is not a good look.
You know, I've seen that t-shirt, and that shit is not a good look. It should be, I'm surviving life because of my wife. Mm-hmm. You know, that's what that should say, not in spite of my wife. Right. I'm just serious, man. It
brought me to the Joneses, and we still together. You know, I just, you don't want to get to the point where your man says, you know you're killing me, right? Because he says it enough, that means you're actually killing him.
Yes.
Because he is working in overdrive.
You're stressing him the fuck out.
Yeah.
And
for absolutely no reason.
Only because you need the excitement of the drama.
Right.
So instead of you looking for that challenge or that drama elsewhere, you create the drama at home because you feel like it adds excitement. Oh, if he's not mad at me, he doesn't love me. Or if I can't get under his skin, then he must not care. Why can't he show you other ways that he cares rather than being mad at you? That's some, I hate using this word, that's toxic behavior. If you need your dude to be upset with you so you can feel loved,
that's toxic.
You need to ask yourself what that is. So I'm going to challenge my dude just to see if he can handle. I heard a woman say, I need a man that can handle me. Why does a dude have to handle you? Why do you have to be a challenge?
Why are you a bucking bronco?
Right. This ain't the fucking rodeo. Yeah.
You can see his head.
Yeah. But I need a man that can handle me.
But they mean it when they say it.
Yes.
They mean it when they say it.
I need a strong man that can handle me. A man shouldn't have to handle you. You should already have your shit together so it just comes easy for him. The challenge is getting you, yes, but once he has you and once you have him, that should not be a challenge. We like a little bit of the chase. We like a little bit of, I should say, the pursuit. Because if you're chasing somebody, that means they're running away.
Yeah.
The pursuit just means you haven't caught them yet.
But have you noticed that as we're talking, is that they're never received with the challenge, but they're always delivering a challenge?
Oh, the minute you challenge them, it's World War III. And they're coming at they want it, and so they keep it going. And I'm like, is it really necessary?
Well, think about just having a casual conversation or a casual discussion about something worldly. Let's talk about whatever.
Yeah.
And how the moment that you're not on the same page about something, how it becomes very personal. It becomes not our views or the thought of what the do's and the don'ts or what haves and have nots. Or this is what I believe, this is what you believe. It becomes very, 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 well, you don't agree with me. I have a problem, and that's challenging to me. And now I am upset, and I don't like you. So I'm going to make your world.
Have you ever noticed this? When women speak in general about things men do or things they say or just things about men in general, most men don't get upset about the generalization. But I've been on the phone talking to friends or whatever it may be, and I'll say something in general, how most women or this, in my experience, this.
It becomes very personal.
It becomes a fight. And I'm just like, take a step back. I'm not talking about you unless the shoe fits. So if you're not that way, why are you getting upset? Because did I just challenge you? I'm not challenging you personally. I just said, here's what is my opinion on this subject based on my experience. But you can't speak in general. Blah, blah. And it's like, why are you getting upset?
But what's funny that you're saying is that women typically are speaking in a very general manner in respects to thoughts of men, but their general manner is also very specific towards one guy that fits all men.
Yes.
And they all are labeled now versus our generalization is this is a feeling I have. These are more of our standards or our feelings that are beneath the standards that we want to meet.
And it's very easy for me to be like, she ain't talking about me.
Right.
You might be right with the men you met. They might be this way. You can't flip that.
No.
Because the minute you say all or most, you can look and see just the anger building up. And I'm like, why are you getting mad? I'm not talking about you.
Well, think about our lives. Our Saturday lives.
Yeah.
We've gotten some comments. They didn't listen to the whole thing. They only listened to the aspects, heard one or two words.
They got a trigger word, and then it just
very triggered, and it just took them down a channel. And they said, "Well, I'm not like that," and I am. Whoa, maybe you are.
I didn't say you. I wasn't talking about Melissa or whoever it may be.
Right.
I was talking about a general, because we can only speak in generalities. You know, we can only generalize when you don't know every single person. You know, like they say, most black people vote Democrat. I'm not saying every black person is a Democrat. I just said most vote that way. So when you like, I don't do that, I'm a Republican. I wasn't talking about you then. Why are you getting mad? You know? Right. But that's kind of how it is. We can only speak in general when you're talking about polls or when you're talking about groups of people. We will never say everybody's the same way. We'll never say all men are one way, all women are one way. But I love it when a woman tries to tell me how men think.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you do know I'm a man.
Yeah.
And I talk to men all day. I know how men think. I know how men I know think. Mm-hmm. And probably have a better idea. Just like I will never tell you how women think. I will tell you how women have portrayed themselves to me, but I will not say this is what I know women. Nah, I don't.
No.
You know, and I challenge myself to try to get to know women more. And I challenge myself to try to get to know the women in my life more. But I don't need you to make that quest for knowledge more challenging. You should make it easier by, as we get further down this road of a relationship, you should make that quest for knowledge easier to find, because you become more and more open, not throwing me curveballs because you find that shit exciting. You know? I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yes, we want challenges. We need challenges, not with our girl at home.
No.
That's not where we need our lives to be challenged.
We do enough of that to ourselves, for ourselves.
We challenge ourselves on a regular basis, and the world challenges the shit out of us. Why do we need you to do it?
Right.
We don't. Right. Ladies, we don't need that shit.
Yeah.
We don't need it, don't want it.
Now, if you are in a healthy relationship, she sees the direction you're going. She might champion you, not necessarily challenge you, to propel you.
Championing you to challenge yourself.
Yes.
That's what... That right there.
Yeah.
That's what the hell we want.
You know you got this. I don't know why you holding up. You got this. This is...
Why are you sitting here when you know you deserve to be here?
Yeah. You know why you sit at the table and know all these people? It's because you deserve a seat at the table.
Now, what you should be doing is trying to figure out how to sit at the head of the table. How can we help you do that? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. That's the challenge. Not whatever the hell it is that you wrapped in your brain that night to, how can I piss him off? No, that's not the challenge we need, you know? And ladies, I'm going to tell you, men will always talk about how they like the pursuit, the chase, when they're trying to get to know you. That's bullshit. No man has ever thought to himself, I'm interested in this woman, I wish she'd make me work harder.
No.
No man has said, I'm not going to be into this woman who I really like because she's easy. No.
At all, bro.
If he stops talking to you because you guys clicked and he asked you on a date and you said yes, you didn't say, well, let me check my schedule. He's not gonna be like, I don't want to go out with her anymore because she said yes. Because she said yes right away. He's gonna be like, fuck that. I'm the man. This is clicking. I like her. She likes me.
Right. And we want to get to the point.
Now, you challenging him saying, I like him, but I'm not gonna let him know how much. I promise you, you might be shooting yourself in the foot.
Right.
But again, we like the idea of you challenging us to be better. We don't like the idea of you challenging us just for the sake of challenging us. Mm-hmm. If you're challenging us because you want us to try harder, Meaning, yeah, I'm into you, but this ain't gonna be easy for you. I need you to step up your game because I'm here. I'm not gonna accept it if you're only here. So I'm challenging you to get to my level. That's different.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've said it 5 million times, Oprah and Stedman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sure he challenges her or he champions her for her to challenge herself to get more. This man is a multimillionaire himself.
Oh, for sure. The need isn't
He
there.
speaks publicly all over the world to corporates. He's big time, but nobody knows that because TV. She's Oprah.
Her star is a different star that's shining brighter in a different capacity.
It's in a whole different atmosphere.
Right. You know,
stratosphere.
But it's easy for one to think because we like a challenge in life that you just need to be a part of that challenge.
Yeah, stop playing.
Nah, shit. That ain't cool. That ain't how.
That's not how it
It's not
works.
sexy.
No.
I've never said, I met this woman, dude, and she just won't give me the time of day. What it will do, I'm gonna tell you, ladies, what it will do at times, it'll make us men become a little vindictive. Now he just wants you for the sake of having you, and then once he gets you, he's like, all right, I'm out. Because if it's so challenging that once he gets you, the hype didn't meet the reality.
Oh my God.
There's no bigger letdown, and he's like, I'm definitely out.
Yeah.
And so don't play yourselves by making it too difficult, because you may need to challenge yourself to be better, which will then cause this guy to rise to the occasion, as opposed to being mediocre and just playing like you're better to challenge him. Because once he finds out that you're mediocre, he's going to be like, I wasted my time chasing this and she ain't even all that. Ladies, he won't say that to you. That's just how you get ghosted. Or that's how you get used. That's how you get a hit and quit.
And it happens very often.
Because you challenged him to get you, but you didn't challenge yourself for him to keep you. Think about that. So the next time you say, I got to challenge this man, a man likes a challenge. Be careful.
Focus on you.
Challenge yourself.
Challenge yourself.
Right? Challenge yourself to be great, and the man will see the greatness in you. Challenge your man to be better than he is, and champion him challenging himself.
And watch him grow. Watch him grow.
Yeah, dude. I like that one. Deep.
Yeah.
Deep. Challenge yourself.
So aggressive.
Anyway, man, this was another good episode in the books, man. I like this one. This one hit kind of home a little bit, and I'm glad we did it.
Yeah.
I think it's a necessary conversation because there's so much misinformation being put out there. People saying, I know men or I know women. No, you don't.
Know
you don't know shit.
Stop your lying.
You don't even know yourself.
That is the biggest thing.
How about you challenge yourself to better understand yourself, your wants, your needs, your desires.
Challenge yourself to know yourself.
And then once that happens, champion the person next to you to challenge themselves.
Right.
You don't need to be their challenge. They got enough challenges in life as it is. You need to just help them challenge themselves to be great.
Yeah.
Be better, do better.
Yeah.
Go be giant, as Coach KJ would say. Woo! Coach, man, where they gonna find you, man?
Being giant. That's where they're gonna find me. They're gonna find me at Coach KJ Knows on IG and CoachKJ.com. Where are they going to find you, Doc?
They're gonna find me at Lionel Hunt on IG. You're gonna find me at huntsspine.com. Go check out
eloquently.
Go check out the huntfoundation.org, doing big things over there. Making life better for those around us in the world. You'll find both Coach and I on podcastsoe.com. Look for us on SOE_podcast on IG. Every Wednesday we're here. It comes out 6 a.m. YouTube, Spotify, you name
All
it.
of them. iHeart.
Dude, Go out there, please, please, please. We beg you guys to subscribe. It just makes more sense.
Yeah. And you want to get that hard talk, you better tune in at 11 o'clock Saturday morning.
For that warm-up show. That's where we go one-on-one.
Bite.
With all you guys.
I don't bark, I just bite.
We take your criticism, we take your praise, we take your questions, and that's how we end up with the Wednesday show, because somebody says something on Saturday and it triggers us to do something about it on Wednesday.
That's right.
My man, always a pleasure, man. We
out.